Tarot. Formerly considered a taboo form of divination, is becoming mainstream in modern media. In the past, lots of people were skeptical of the medium, but over time, it's transformed into a form of mental wellness and a fun pastime for the younger generation. Though, some may be wondering, what's different about tarot now? The answer? Social media and the creation of new, inclusive, and diverse oracle decks that connect with a wider audience. My name is Adriana Adami, and I'm here to guide you through the world of modern tarot. When most people think of tarot, they often think of the Rider-Waite deck. Made in 1909, this deck is by far the most well-known because of its accessibility and is easier to interpret than more advanced decks. While the Rider-Waite deck is a great beginner deck for those new to tarot, it's not the most inclusive deck out there. Like many other older decks, it caters to heteronormativity and lacks diversity in terms of race. But luckily, times have changed and this applies to tarot as well. Don't just take it from me. Listen to these readers' thoughts about these newer decks.
My name is Katrin Nauman, and I'm a holistic healer. I use the Robin Wood deck. This is the back of the deck, and then the card that's on the bottom happens to be the Hanged Man. And I was initially introduced to this deck at a metaphysical bookstore called Seven Rays. Well, I think a lot of the newer decks draw, not all of them necessarily, but some of them draw, they might be drawing from popular culture references. There are a lot of new artists who are creating decks, and I think people are typically drawn to artwork. So there are, there's like the zombie deck, and like all these and decks that are associated with popular culture.
Decks based on pop culture? Who would have thought? But not all of these new decks are novelty.
Hi, John.
Hi, my name is John Radicasa, and I read Oracle and Tarot cards. I have a bunch of different decks. I generally use my favorite Oracle deck, and it's the Pythio Botanica deck. It's so beautiful. I love it. It's all flowers. Yeah, the older ones were very cut and dry. They were all the same cards, just slightly different like artwork and stuff. But now you have all different creators of decks from all different walks of life, all different countries, using their culture as the depictions of each card. And I think it is so incredible. This is the Accurate as Fuck Tarot. It's this gorgeous deck, and they are circle cards, and it's really hard to open. So this is what this deck looks like. And what captured me really is the artwork and the deck. And the fact that I've never seen circular.
Wow, there's a lot of new decks out there. On apps such as TikTok, a lot of younger people aren't just seeing new decks, but are getting drawn to the practice of tarot.
I'm Arlie Perkins. I'm a junior at Syracuse University. I'm majoring in psychology, and I'm minoring in human development and family science.
So, what got you into tarot reading?
I've always been interested in kind of the spiritual world, and I was exposed to it for the first time at summer camp in middle school, and I thought it was super cool. I had no idea what it was. And then it kind of became more of a trend on TikTok, I noticed. Readers would pop up on my page, and I was like, okay, this is totally something I would be interested in. For me, it's something that I think helps people interpret their lives in the context of different situations. I think that it's drastically increased the awareness of what it is, because I don't think a ton of people, at least in like my demographic knew much about it prior to it circulating on TikTok.
If you're new to tarot, this might be a lot of new information. But don't worry, John has some advice.
Don't feel like you have to know everything the second you purchase a deck. It's very much a learning curve. You have to get to know the deck has to get to know you. Sometimes you just don't click with the deck, and that's totally fine. And start learning, because that's the best way it's going to happen.
Thanks, John. I guess I'll keep practicing.